the Tennessee Titans taking on the Indianapolis Colts.
Just off the east bank of the Cumberland River and across the water from the Tennessee State Capitol building, there's a look at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the Indianapolis Colts and the Tennessee Titans. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. So here are the Titans now for their first drive. And a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3".
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
Throwing on first down. Felts. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. From the gun, Felts trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Malik Hooker, and this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Intercepted by the Colts. They'll take over first and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw, and this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
Third down.
Third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. They'll run the screen with Mack. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Marlon Mack, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Colts are going to take a first-quarter lead. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Hey, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start first and 10. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Now a timeout being called as there's an injured Titan down on the field. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Now it's Dorsett, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And now on the pitch, the ball's loose.
The quarterback keeps it.
We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure at him at all times because you don't know how he's going to hold up. He was fortunate there. Luck was on his side, able to recover that fumble.
Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
Early in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And the Colts first down.
They'll run here with Mack. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Colts.
They'll set up to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's got this down to the 35. 12 more yards there and another first down.
First down, Indianapolis.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And that'll set him back 5. Out of the gun, here's a give to Matt. He wipes out the penalty yardage with a good run to get it back to 2nd and 7.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. This will be caught inside the 10. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. They'll try to run with Hunt. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
They'll run it with Mack. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Stopped short of
He's already scored once. He definitely had his eyes wide open trying to get in there a second time, but I thought that was a really nice play defensively to deny him.
Yeah, it was, as you said, keeping him away from his second first-quarter touchdown there. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Dalton Keene, his first touchdown on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm. Relax a little bit and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know. They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And this is going to be a Titans first down as he's got this past the 35 to about the 37. 7 yards there and a first down. So you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Howard on the coverage.
To throw again, Phelps. Got an open man here, and it's K.J. Hamler. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 15 yards on the play, first down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They'll run. It's Dorsett. And that play will go nowhere.
losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 49-yard line.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 33. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. On first down, Felts under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this. First quarter
With the score, Colts 14.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Operating from the gun, Felts into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Corey Willis, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They begin the drive on the ground with Mack. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice game there. On first down, they'll stay with Mack on the ground. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
He's brought down at
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. An extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. And he'll find Pittman. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. First target, first catch, and a first down. They'll run it out of the gun with Mack. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Just his 2nd incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it because he just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
He completes this one to Mack. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the first down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks.
The Titans take over 1st and 10. At their own.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly. That is.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season. Made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational. Well, defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And down inside the 15 he goes. 19 yards there on the catch and run. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. On 2nd down now, it's Mack, and he's brought down. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium, because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. He won't go, and he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Kareem Hunt, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Colts add on to their lead. On that sideline, they're saying that was more like it. The 1st down run went backwards, that time into the end zone.
And I like their little bit of courage in play calling, too. Because after an unsuccessful run, especially one where you lose yardage, you oftentimes go right to throwing the football. They came right back with a running play, and it paid off handsomely.
Take over 1st and 10. At their own.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. They haven't been able to get him on track. They haven't been able to get this offense on track. No points so far.
Maybe it's time to start doing a few different things. Throwing the ball a little bit, maybe featuring other people touching it for a while, and then you get a chance to come back to it when things have changed a little bit. They have to make an adjustment.
Still time for him here as we sit in the 2nd quarter. First throw now for the backup lock. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
36-yard line.
Shotgun snap to Lock. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Now Dorsett. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
47-yard line.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. Now a toss here, short side. They'll get this one to the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a 1st down with his very next run.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. That's going to be caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
From the gun, it's Locke. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Second down and goal. Locke. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. It's the fullback. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Titans are able to close the gap just a bit. That seemed like a much-needed touchdown after 21 unanswered points to start the game.
It's not often that you equate a football game to a golf tournament, but it's like you don't want to shoot yourself out of the tournament too early. So they needed that touchdown to make sure that they got an opportunity to not just get back into this game, but a chance to win it later if they continue to play well.
McCann's got it teed up.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Marlon Mack now heading back out there. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Michael Pittman that time. And now it's 3rd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. The toss here completed to Pittman. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. A 40-yard punt, no return, and it'll be Titan football. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Locke. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the 1st half. Clock now on 1st down. Looking left side, he's got it complete. Not much there, only a yard.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the 1st half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. Here we go. Watch the pass.
Again, they'll throw with Locke. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. K.J. Hamler, as the 1st half is winding down. And the Titans are able to make this a close game again.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it ends with a Tennessee score.
Tucker McCann, the kickoff for Tennessee.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
14.
Okay, all right, Brandon, thank you very much. Hi again, everyone. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL.
An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3.
Tucker McCann, the kickoff for Tennessee.
Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. So here are the Colts to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that one. He read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. Out come the Titans now. They'll have it first on offense to start the 3rd. Their defense just came up with a stop right out of the locker room, and now can the offense take advantage?
Yeah, we don't want to turn this into something that it's not. It's only a 1-score game, so it's not exactly a crucial possession. But at the same time, they'd like to get things started and at least come away with 3 points.
Play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a 1st down. On the give, this is Dorsett. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back 1st downs. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Block working out of the gun. He'll go up top here for him. And this is caught. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. K.J. Hamler with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, one by land, two by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the podcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Let's take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. And you think he personally is evaluating his game so far? He was pretty good in the first half, been good so far here in the 3rd quarter. He's got to like it, right?
Not looking for the dramatics here. Not trying.
And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it was... Colts and a sack.
2nd down.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long.
That one good for only 6, and it leaves them with a 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Here's Jackson to return. Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
43-yard line.
And the Titans getting set to go. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there and handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the gun, Locke. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Locke. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. They do go for it. It's Locke. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. Well, they'll get the yardage, but they hate to see him take that hit.
You're always trying to cool off a big-time guy throwing the ball, but you have to know when to back off, pull up, and not hit him. There's the penalty.
Throwing on 1st down is Locke. Man open left side is Brown. And inside before he's brought down. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Locke now on 1st down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. To throw again on 2nd down. Locke. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Titans have taken the lead.
Well, after another passing touchdown, I don't think it'd be an understatement to say that he's in the zone, and I believe he likes it.
Now the try here for the point after. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game. A drive that time of 6 plays. And the result in the end, the Titans touchdown.
Tucker McCann to kick off for Tennessee.
McCann's got it teed up.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
He's tackled.
And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Got a man and he hits him in stride. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way to the end zone for the touchdown.
25-yard line.
Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And they hand it off to Dorsett. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
6 on the carry.
Well, I think after that run, the defense get back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Again, it'll be Dorsett. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And he will find his man on the outside. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30.
It's 4th down.
Here we go on 4th down with Locke. Got a man complete. It's Hamler. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. From the gun, Locke. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st down, Locke. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
A loss of 2 brings up third down and 6.
Operating from the gun. Block. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on third down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected fourth down here.
And this one is right down the middle. And the Titans hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. 31. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And the Colts coming out now. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 7. Yards and a first down.
First down.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He was looking for Michael Pittman that time, but it's going to be second down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Here's a quick hitch route and the throw complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
It's a gain.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Again, he'll drop to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. He'll get this one to Pittman. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
10-yard line. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
This will be caught at about the 5. And the Colts are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw it, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line.
3-yard line. It's a gain of a yard.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow
Incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
2-yard gain.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the fourth quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
From the gun, Locke. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, time to...
Now Locke, he lost the football. It's out. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. He's thankful right now for that sideline because it could have been a fumble loss, instead just a fumble, though they will have to punt it down.
You're right about that, but do you think there's ever been a player happier to see his own punter go on the field than him?
No.
I mean, not at all, right? How fortunate is he that they got a chance to punt it away, and it's not just a turnover at the spot.
Locke gonna go on 4th down. And no, it's incomplete. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And the Colts are gonna get the football in outstanding field position. Boy, an incredibly aggressive move to go for it there. Game-tied 4th quarter. You got to be surprised.
I am, and I know that we're in a new era of football where we look at the analytics sometimes, and a lot of time the analytics tell you to go for it, right? But do the analytics take into account game situation, where we are, all those things? In this situation, I thought it was an incredibly aggressive play.
It didn't work out, and again, tie game 4th quarter. Makes this thing a little bit more interesting. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. They'll go again here with Mack. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line.
The 19-yard line.
Yeah, the Titans going to signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Here's Mack. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Now it's Mack, draw play.
Marlon Mack, the Colts.
Now what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
So a big one coming now for Daniel Carlson. The kick by Carlson is good. And the Colts hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0.
Titans 31.
So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. There again is the running back as he... trots onto the field. So after that hot start, the numbers here show the decline. What has the defense done adjustment-wise?
Sometimes when you have a running back who's gotten off to a hot start, you've got to catch him before he really gets going. So you change what you do across the defensive front. Instead of the linebackers being back a few yards, you bring them up closer. It's what we call mugging the line of scrimmage, taking away a lot of blocking angles and gaps, and maybe stopping him before you get going.
Mugging the line of scrimmage, okay.
Yeah, in this case.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. To throw is Locke. Over the middle here to Brown. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Now Locke. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
That completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They've got to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate it.
56 from Mark, 56. Check 56.
They'll look to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up 1st and goal.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. But he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. He's back to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Locked to throw. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to get it to A.J. Brown that time, but now it's 3rd and goal. He has had a great game defensively. He's been east-west, north-south, everywhere.
Yeah, and I love how you described that, because to be a great defender, you have to be able to move up and back, sideline to sideline, and he's been fantastic. Reminds me of a young Charles Davis when he was playing Madden.
Absolutely. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
How many people watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah. Well, it looks like it's going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one, because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
For Tennessee.
McCann's got it teed up. Now it's Hyde on the return. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
And the Colts getting ready to go. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better, and try and execute that on the way out the door, and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
We'll see if they go back to base. And no, they can't connect on the pass. So that gets the clock down to 11. Time for probably 2 more plays. Got to go quickly, though. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own 15-yard line.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. And they take a knee. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Now a carry for Swift. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better, and that got it done in this one.
So for Tennessee, the win here means it'll be a 7-1 first half of the season. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Houston Texans next week. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, they are barely afloat as they fall to 4-5. And they're going to get an extra week to stew over this as they're not back in action until week 11. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.